April 8, 1943. 50,000 feet above the broad channel. The air was cold, thin, and merciless. A single fighter roared through the gray sky. The American pilot gripped his controls, the radial engine of the P-47 Thunderbolt straining under pressure. He glanced behind him. A sleek German Messerschmitt Bf 109 bore down with the confidence of the Luftwaffe's best. The German pilot smirked. The jug he faced looked bulky, awkward, easy prey. But as the P-47's 8.50 caliber machine guns spat fire, the German's smile vanished. In seconds, the Thunderbolt's fuselage lit with tracer fire, the bullet holes tallying like bruises on steel. The Bf 109 peeled away. The American fighter, scarred and smoking, then roared back toward England. In that moment, the Luftwaffe learned a harsh lesson. The underestimated machine, built by American factories, could not only endure the storm of war, it could turn it. This is the story of how German pilots mocked the P-47 Thunderbolt, until their laughter died in its thunderous wake. In early 1943, the air war over Europe had reached a critical junction. The Allied 8th Air Force was mounting daylight bombing raids deep into the German Reich. Fighter escort and air superiority were vital. The Luftwaffe remained a potent threat, experienced pilots, refined tactics, deadly aircraft. The skies of Europe were contested battlegrounds. Into this arena flew the P-47 Thunderbolt, a massive single-engine American fighter, powered by the Pratt Whitney R-2800 double Wasp radial engine, armored, heavy, and boasting 8.50 caliber machine guns. Its size earned it nicknames Jug, Razorback, among its crews and adversaries alike. To German pilots, it seemed a target. Heavy, less maneuverable than the lean Bf 109 and FW 190, slower to climb and turn. Why take it seriously? Their doctrine emphasized speed, maneuver, surprise. Yet the stakes were immense. Every bomber shot down, every escorting fighter that survived meant less devastation on Allied industrial strength, and a longer war for the Reich. As the American factories churned out the P-47 in ever greater numbers, more than 15,000 by war's end, a shift was underway. This was not simply a new plane. It was industrial might incarnate in the sky. And German airmen would soon realize that mockery alone would not save them. In the spring of 1943, the Luftwaffe's top pilots looked at the Thunderbolt and shook their heads. They said it was too heavy, too clumsy. "We see it coming, pull up fast. The P-47 cannot follow," one veteran admitted. German tactics assumed dominance. Climb, intercept, destroy. Yet time and again, they met the Thunderbolt and found their confidence shaken. American squadrons such as the 56 Fighter Group and pilots like Francis "Gabby" Gabreski used the Thunderbolt not only as an escort fighter but increasingly as a ground attack platform. It dove like a freight train. It returned from missions riddled with bullet holes and still flew home. Meanwhile, German pilots began to recognize the irony. What looked like a lumbering machine was in fact a fortress in the air. Armor, firepower, range, the combination upset the established balance. The Luftwaffe struggled to adapt. On the ground, they deployed heavier flak, new tactics. In the air, they tightened formation, tried to bait the Thunderbolt into disadvantageous fights. By late 1943 and into 1944, the conflict was escalating. The Americans pressed deeper into Germany. The Thunderbolts were everywhere. High-altitude escort, low-altitude fighter-bomber, strafing columns, smashing railways and supply lines. The Luftwaffe's elite found themselves pitted not just against machines, but against a doctrine of mass, endurance, and attrition. The build-up to a turning moment was in motion. March 6, 1944. Clear sky over Berlin. The 56th Fighter Group roars out of RAF Halesworth, their P-47 Thunderbolts climbing toward 30,000 feet. The German radar flashes. JG-26 and JG-1 scramble. Engagement. The Thunderbolts dive. 8.50 caliber guns blaze. Messerschmitts and Focke-Wulf scramble. Their pilots think the lumbering jugs are easy prey. They are wrong. Chatter over the radio. Bandit at 6. Thunderbolt diving fast. Tanks of round bullets roaring. The Luftwaffe's formations shatter under the weight of combined American firepower. Down below, P-47s tear into rail yards, supply trucks, locomotives. Tracers dance across steel shells. The roar of engines is matched by the roar of destruction. The ground shakes when bombs hit. Over the sky of Germany, the moment breaks. German pilots look at each other in disbelief. The plane they mocked keeps coming. The armor they expected to shatter withstands their raids. One captured fighter pilot later admitted, "The P-47 was indestructible. In that hour, the axis of air power shifted. The arrogance of mockery collapsed under the weight of 8 machine guns, a roaring engine, and American resolve. The German formation withdraws. They have lost. The skies fall silent. Smoke drifts from burning rail yards and crashed aircraft. The Thunderbolt, battered but flying, turns for home. The war did not end in that one sortie, but the legacy had shifted. The P-47 Thunderbolt became a symbol of American industrial might, of aerial endurance, of the unexpected turning point when the underdog plane became the feared machine. German pilots no longer laughed. They respected. They feared. From the shadows of mockery rose valor and resilience. For every pilot who climbed into a Thunderbolt, there was the knowledge. This machine would give you a chance. For every German ace who once scoffed, there came a day of reckoning. In the endless skies over Europe, the P-47 roared its truth. Strength, resilience, and change. And beneath its wings, the laughter died, replaced by the thunder of victory.